What if an entire community of over 100 men, women, and children vanished from the face of the earth without a trace? In 1590, the Roanoke Colony disappeared, leaving behind only their empty homes and a single, cryptic word carved into a post. Croatoan. This is not just a story of settlers. It is the story of America's oldest and most haunting unsolved mystery. What happened to the lost colony? 115 people vanished without a trace. They left behind only one word. No bodies, no graves, no explanation. This is Roanoke. In the summer of 1587, a fragile hope took root on the shores of North Carolina. 115 English souls, led by Governor John White, sought to build a permanent home in the New World. Their settlement at Roanoke was a precarious foothold in a vast, intimidating wilderness. The birth of Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas and White's own granddaughter, became a powerful symbol of their aspirations. Yet their survival depended entirely on the goodwill of the local Algonquian tribes and the timely arrival of supplies from a distant homeland. The verdant landscape was both a promise of bounty and a veil for the unknown, as the settlers carved out a life on the very edge of their known world, unaware their story would become a timeless enigma. The seeds of a new nation were sown with both optimism and deep apprehension. With the colony's supplies dangerously low, Governor John White faced an agonizing choice. To save his people, including his daughter Eleanor and granddaughter Virginia, he had to return to England for aid. He made a solemn promise to return within a year, a promise he intended to keep. He departed in late 1587, leaving his family and colony to face the unknown alone. But fate, in the form of the looming Anglo-Spanish War, intervened. The Great Spanish Armada forced England to press all available ships into military service, stranding White far from the shores of Roanoke. The one-year gambit stretched into 3, each passing day deepening the isolation of the settlers and sealing their mysterious fate. A promise made in desperation was broken by the ambitions of empires. After 3 long, agonizing years, John White finally returned to Roanoke in August 1590. He arrived on his granddaughter Virginia's 3rd birthday, his heart filled with anticipation. But the shore was ominously quiet. He found the settlement completely deserted, a ghost town reclaimed by nature. The houses had been carefully dismantled, not violently destroyed. There were no signs of a battle, no graves, no clues to a struggle. It was as if the 115 colonists had simply vanished into the misty air. The only message left behind was a single, cryptic word carved into a palisade post. Croatoan. A nearby tree bore the letters CRO. This was not a distress signal, but a destination. For White, it was the start of a mystery that would haunt him for the rest of his life and history forever. What became of the 115 souls? The Croatoan carving points to the most plausible theory: assimilation. The colonists may have willingly relocated to live with the friendly Croatoan tribe on what is now Hatteras Island. Later reports from Jamestown colonists spoke of natives with gray eyes and stories of ancestors who could speak from a book. Other theories are less benign. Did a hostile tribe, resentful of the English presence, overwhelm the settlement? Or did they attempt to sail back to England in a pinnace, only to be lost at sea? Some even speculate that a Spanish patrol, sailing north from Florida, found the colony and eliminated the English threat. Without archaeological proof or written accounts from the colonists themselves, their fate remains a canvas for historical speculation, a collection of whispers on the wind. The single word carved into the wooden palisade was not a cry for help. Croatoan. John White knew this. The colonists had agreed to carve a Maltese cross above any message if they were in distress. There was no cross. This was a destination, a message of intent. Croatoan was the home of Manteo, the friendly Algonquian liaison who had traveled to England. It was an island 50 miles south, a place of potential refuge. For White, seeing the word must have brought a wave of relief mixed with urgency. He believed his family, including his granddaughter Virginia Dare, was alive and waiting. The plan was simple: sail to Croatoan. But the winds of fate and the unforgiving Atlantic weather had other plans, turning a message of hope into an enduring question mark that would haunt the centuries to come, the final, unanswered whisper from the lost colony. What do you think happened to them? Comment below, like if you didn't know this story.